5 tips to crack a job interview if you are an introvert. Every person has a nature that is unique. Indeed, there will be a certain traits in a person that are positive while some other will be negative. No person is all good and similarly there is no one who is totally negative. In fact, even if we consider any particular attribute of an individual, there will be times when it will be seen as something positive, and at other times the same quality will work to your disadvantage. Now, an introvert is a person who prefers keeping to themselves and is not really fond of mingling with others. This does not mean that the accomplishment of these people is any lesser than that of others. It is just that these people do not like to boast of their achievements to others. Most people feel that being an introvert is a negative quality when it comes to the job interviews. However, that is far from being true. The fact is that with a little bit of fact and planning, you will be able to make this work in your favor and egg through job interviews. To help you through that, this video discusses 5 tips and tricks to help an introvert in a job interview. First one is mention that you are an introvert. The key to using your introverted nature to your advantage would be by embracing the fact that it is not a flaw. A lot of people around are actually introverts, and the chances are that your interviewer is one of them. If that is the case, mention that you are an introvert may earn you brownie points. You can mention these when speaking about your greatest strength, weakness, or about any other personal or professional life story. However, make sure that you are not redundant about the same. Mentioning this particular point once should suffice and get the message across. You bringing up the same thing over and over again will make it seem like you are trying to play the victim card there. That will result in portraying a very negative image of yourself to the interviewer. Second, plan your chit chat. While there is indeed a lot of doubt over the effectiveness of small chat and its importance in your life, the fact is that there are times when small talk helps you get in the right record with people. Not only does it help in setting up the correct impression, but it also helps to break the ice. While attending a job interview, it is you who is seeking the job, and that is why you are the one who should initiate the small talk. Since being an introvert makes it difficult for you to come up with small talk randomly, it will be wise to prepare yourself for the same and think of probable ways in which you can start a conversation in different situations. This will help you to get rid of the initial awkwardness and tackle the situation in a graceful manner. 3. Focus on the beginning and the end. In most cases, people don't know how long any job interview will last. In such a situation, it is not possible for you to have things at the back of your head about what exactly you will be saying. In such a situation, the smartest thing that you can do would be to focus on the beginning and the end. Understand that a person is always judged in the first couple of minutes of any meeting. If you can pull off a good impression at such times, chances are that the interviewer will have a positive outlook on you throughout the interview. This will make it easier for you to progress through the interview. However, the actual judgment happens only after you leave the interview hall. Hence, make it a point to ensure that you leave the interview on an enthusiastic and positive note. This will increase your chances of bagging the job. Fourth one, match the interviewer's tone. After you have the beginning and the end of the interview sorted, the next major thing will be to find out ways to move through the middle. The trick here is to listen to the interviewer and try to copy their actions. If you find the interviewee using a lot of gestures, try to do the same. If you realize that they are trying to crack jokes, try to laugh at those, even if you do not genuinely find them funny. Simply acts like this will increase your chances of bagging the job by leaps and bounds. This is because it will make the interviewer feel that you are genuinely interested in this job. 5. Plan your day. Psychologists have confirmed that being alone is what recharges introverts. Being in the company of people not just makes them uncomfortable, but it is also drains them of all their energy. Since facing an interview is a challenge in itself, it is always better for candidates, irrespective of whether they are an introvert, extrovert, or ambivert, to be rejuvenate before this. This is why it is recommended that you plan out your day of the interview such that there are a couple of hours before the interview where you do not have to interact with anybody. Use this time to listen to your favorite music, read a book, or revise your interview notes. Doing this will not only calm your mind, but it will also ensure that you are at your productive best when facing a job interview. With these aforementioned points in your kitty, you must be feeling more confident than ever about your interview. Indeed, if you look at the greatest achievers of the corporate world, you will realize that quite a number of them were introverts by nature. Thus, there is nothing that should stop you from becoming one yourself, and it is time you realize that your nature is not your weakness but one of your greatest strengths. Thank you.